Good morning. Today we are going to learn subject and object pronouns. So first of all, we need to know, what is a pronoun? Is a pronoun a noun? What's a noun? Well, a noun could be a person, a place, or a thing. So a person, for example, could be me. I'm Jessica. Or it could be not a name, could be just something like student. Or maybe something like manager. Those are all people. So a noun could be a person, could be a place too, like where do we live? We live in San Diego, right? That's a place. Another place could be school. Another place could be the zoo. And then we have a thing. A thing could be something like a phone. You're probably watching this video on a phone, or maybe you're watching it on a computer. Maybe you're writing notes on some paper. So these are nouns. A noun could be a person, a place, or a thing. But now let's talk about pronouns. A pronoun is a special word we use to talk about a noun. So for example, I am your teacher. My name is Jessica. But you don't have to say my name every time. You can say she. You could say my teacher made this video. Or you can say she made this video. Now, if the person is a man, you could say he. For example, maybe when you go to the store, the worker at the store is a man. You could say, he helped me find the tomatoes. He. Now these are just two kinds of pronouns we could use for people, but we also have many other pronouns like it, they, you, we, us, I. There's many different pronouns, but what are the pronouns that we're going to talk about? Subject and object pronouns. That's what we're going to learn today. We're going to look at the pictures. Look at the pictures, and we're going to read the sentences. So here's the two pictures. We have a woman and a man, and the man says, "Please pay the phone bill today." And the woman is putting the phone company bill in an envelope, getting it ready to send with the money. Maybe she'll write a check and put it in the envelope with the bill. Or maybe she wrote down her credit card information. Let's read the sentences. I'll read and then you can repeat. Number 1. Joe is talking to Mary. He is talking to her. Number 2, Mary is listening to Joe. She is listening to him. Number 3, Mary is paying the bill. She is paying it. Okay, this time, I'll erase these. This time, I'd like us to take a look at the nouns and the pronouns. Okay, so what can you see here? We have nouns. Let's use yellow for nouns. We have Joe and Mary. Mary and Joe and Mary here, right? Those are all nouns. Now, let's make a big difference between what is a subject pronoun. We'll put the subject pronouns using this kind of pink or red color. He is a subject pronoun. She is a subject pronoun. And again, she is a subject pronoun. What about the object pronouns, though? Let's use blue. The object pronoun is not the subject. It's the person who is receiving the action. So in this sentence, he is talking to her. He is the subject. He's the one doing the action. And who is he talking to? Who is receiving his talking? Her. He is talking to her. But now let's take a look in number 2 example. She is listening to him. Now, this is different because she is the subject. She is the one doing the action. She is listening. Who is she listening to? That's the object pronoun, him. She is listening to him. Now, this works for men and women if we say her and him for object pronouns, but we can also talk about things like the bill. Whoopsies, I needed to take another look because the bill is a noun here, which we put in yellow. Okay, so let's take a look at number 3 sentence. She is paying it. So who is the subject? Who is doing it? She. She is paying. But now we need to say, okay, what is receiving the action? What is she paying? Well, she's paying it. She's paying it. Okay? So if we take a look here, we have the yellow is for nouns, the red or pink is for subject pronouns, and the blue is for object pronouns. So let's study the charts. We have some, we'll study the charts. We have some subject pronouns, and we have some object pronouns. So if we're talking about the person or thing that is doing the action, we're going to use a subject pronoun like I, you, he, she, or it, if it's one person or one thing. What about if it's the person or thing receiving the action? Then we're going to change it. We're not going to use a subject pronoun. We're going to use an object pronoun like me. You. So it's the same, you and you. He. No. We say him. And same thing for a woman. If it's an object, we say her, not she. But for a thing, we keep it the same, it. So you'll notice that you, it doesn't change, and it does not change, but all the other ones change here. These are all for one person or one thing. This is what we call singular, just one. But what about for plurals? This means there's more than one. Well, we have subject pronouns for plural and object pronouns for plural. Let's take a look at the subject pronouns. So if this is the people or things that are doing the action, we can say we or you or they. But if it's the object pronoun, we would change that to us, you, or them. So the only one that stays the same here is you. You doesn't change no matter if it's subject or object, singular or plural. You is always you. So let's do a little work on these sentences here. Let's read the directions first. Change this back to yellow. Change the sentences. Use the pronouns in the chart. So this is the chart here with subject pronouns and object pronouns. So if you'd like, please stop the video, get out your notebook, and copy down this information into your notebook. And when you did that, when you finish that, play the video again. Okay, the next part is I need to give you the sentences. So we have, let's practice reading and repeating. So I will read and you can repeat. Number 1, Martin is writing to Sarah. Number 2, Jean and Pat are listening to Mark. Number 3, Tina is talking to you and me. Four, you and I are listening to our teacher. Number 5, my sister is talking to Simon and Jack. Number 6, I am looking at my book. Okay, so let's take a look. How should we do this? We need to change the sentences. So let's take another look back here at number 1. Martin is writing to Sarah. First, let's talk about where's the subject pronoun? Who is the subject in number 1? Martin is the subject. He is writing. He's the person doing it. Okay, then who is the object? Who is receiving the writing? Who is he writing to? Sarah. Okay, so we want to then go back to this chart, which I hope you copied into your notebook up here. But let's take a look. So what is the correct subject pronoun for Martin? Martin is a man's name. So what's the subject pronoun for one man? He. He is writing. And what about for Sarah? What's a good object pronoun for Sarah? Yes. For a woman's name like Sarah, and it's an object pronoun, remember? We can't say she, we've got to say her. He is writing to her. So please take your time now, pause or stop this video, and please write down all these sentences in your notebook. Then please change them to use subject and object pronouns. Let's do one together first. Jean and Pat are listening to Mark. So first we have over here the subject pronoun, Jean and Pat. And then what's the object in this sentence? Mark. So Jean and Pat are doing the action, they are listening. And who's receiving the action? Who are they listening to? Mark. So let's go back to the subject here, Jean and Pat. How many people? 2 people. So what's the good object pronoun? Sorry, not object, subject pronoun. What's the good subject pronoun for 2 people? They. Because it's not us, it's they. They are listening and who are they listening to? Mark. Okay, this is an object, so we need an object pronoun for how many people? 1 person, 1 man. Mark is a man's name. They are listening to him. Okay, so now please copy down all of these sentences and write the answers. So stop the video now, write your answers, then turn on the video again. I'll wait. Okay, I hope you stopped the video and wrote your answers. So let's write the answers together now and you can check and see if you're correct. Okay, what do we have for number 3? Who's the subject of number 3? Tina. Tina is the subject, and who's the object? You and me. Okay, so let's try making that sentence. Tina is a woman's name. What's our pronoun, our subject pronoun for one woman? She. She is talking to, okay, so we have you and me. So you and me together, 2 people, and it's you and me. So together we can say, is it we or is it us? Which one is an object pronoun, we or us? That's right, us. She is talking to us. Good. Okay. Let's do number 4. What is the subject pronoun here? Or what's the subject of the sentence? You and I. And then we're doing the action, but who's receiving the action? Who's the object? Our teacher. Okay. Let's try writing this one differently. You and I, 2 of us together, you and I. Are we going to say we or us if we're the subject? right, we. We are listening to, and it's our teacher. Okay, who's our teacher? Is it a man or a woman? That's right. My name is Jessica and I'm a woman. So which pronoun can we use for an object if it's one woman? Her. Exactly. Not we are listening to she, but we are listening to her. Okay, number 5. Let's take a look. Who's the subject? My sister. And who is the object? Simon and Jack. Okay, so let's try writing this one out. My sister, how are we going to start the sentence? Which object pronoun? Sorry. What subject pronoun is for a woman like my sister? She is talking to, okay, and Simon and Jack, that's 2 people. So can we say him? No, that's just for one. What about for 2 people? She is talking to them. Very good. Here's the last one. Let's take a look. Which one is the subject pronoun? I. Okay, well that's already a subject pronoun here. Let's take a look. What's the object? My book is the object. Let's write it again. I doesn't need to change. It's already a pronoun. So I am looking at, let's see here. I am looking at in my book. Is my book a person or a thing? Okay, so is my book a person or a thing? Yes, it's a thing. So I am looking at it. Okay, so here's the answers. Go ahead and write them down. You can stop the video if you need to and write down the answers and see if they're the same as the answers that you got. So just pause or stop the video, write the answers, and press play when you're ready. Okay. That is it for today. If you'd like to, for your homework, you're welcome to do a little bit of real life math. So yesterday, not yesterday, it was Monday, we watched a video that I did about utilities. So go back to that video and look at the exercise 1B that's in the video from Monday. Add the utility bills and complete the sentences. So here's the sentences here. Let's practice reading and repeating and write them down in your notebook also. Number 1, the total for the electric bill and the phone bill is? Number 2, the total for the gas bill and water bill is? Number 3, the total for all of the utility bills is? So this is your little test or challenge, your homework for today. Go back to the video from Monday, take a look at that exercise 1B, add the utility bills, and find the correct amount of money. So the first one is electric bill plus phone bill together, how much money? The second one is gas bill and water bill together, how much money? and then the total for all of the utility bills, all the bills on that exercise 1B, and find the number. How much money did it cost? Okay, everybody, happy studying.